Idaho National Laboratory is expanding its testing environment to allow more flexibility in its testing of new technologies. Local News 8's Taja Davis looked into why this expansion is important. So Taja, what about this system at the INL will make it unique?
Well, Jay, power distribution is huge in and of itself, but it needs reliable service and it needs to run 24/7. You usually can't do any testing while the grid is running because then we wouldn't have any power. So what the INL is doing is enhancing the grid we have to be able to test technologies at the same time that the grid is running to provide us with power.
Over 10 years we've had this capability, but not to the extent that we are going into it now. So for example, prior to this project, we wouldn't have been able to test as many components within the system as we will be capable of testing once this enhancement is done.
The smart grid will be the place to test new technology with a more realistic feel, instead of having researchers theorize or guess by simulating their product.
To be academic and research type folks, scientists and engineers that want to basically test research that they're conducting on certain components within the electric grid. It could be industry players such as utilities that actually want to come out and test some of the products they're starting to introduce into their production environment.
The INL testing program is supposed to reduce the risk of testing new technologies. The work to expand will include more smart grid devices, communication tools, renewable energy, and energy storage.
Implementing these enhancements, we will have the capability of both broadening our portfolio of products that we can introduce into test, as well as the depth at which we can test them.
So there is a test environment that is in our own backyard. This will provide ways to enhance and improve the grid and to be able to test products that will be used across the country. In the studio, I'm Taja Davis.
Thanks, Taja. Very exciting news from the site. At 6, we'll share how this can help ward off future cybersecurity threats.